Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel for another plan with me. This week I am planning the 10th through the 16th using the Secret Garden kit from Planting Roses. I've shown this in a haul, but I just got the regular kit, so I only have these 4 pages. And as always, I'm going to be supplementing the kit with stickers from my own shop. So, first off, I'm doing what I always do in case you guys haven't watched any of my plan with me's before. I put the full boxes entirely in the middle section, the checklists across the top. Then I put the headers, bottom washi, and day covers if I decide to use them, which I did not this week. So I do all that first, and then I start going into the day by day. But yeah, I decided to use this kit this week because it's quite the busy week in terms of like life events. I'm putting the box down on Thursday first, and I'm putting that one in specific because it's my boyfriend and I's 4-year anniversary. Super excited. This is the longest relationship I've ever been in, and at this point, I kind of know I'm going to be with my boyfriend forever. So, like, we've discussed like marriage and stuff. So, I know it's going to happen at some point. It hasn't yet, but it will. And I'm excited to hit this milestone and to just hit future milestones. I absolutely love him. So, that's why I did this kit. Also, Sunday is his birthday. No, I did not plan that. And just FYI, if any of you single ladies get together with a guy right before his birthday or before or after, it becomes the birthday in December problem. Basically, do I get 2 presents or one? And I always opt out for two because, like, I get 2 presents because my birthday's in September, so I feel like he should also get 2 presents. But yeah, just FYI. Um, so those are like the two main live events happening this week. But then also, we are getting a fence built in our backyard. This weekend is Ribbon Beer Fest, and we're also going to a barbecue. So it's lots of things, very busy and just super exciting. But yeah, that's kind of the overall plan. I'll go a little more into detail as I go through the day by day because it's Wednesday when I'm doing this voiceover, so some shenanigans has already happened which messed up our anniversary plans, but I'll get to that eventually. So, while I finished putting down like the headers and stuff, figured to update you guys on Animal Crossing, and then also whatever happened with that grant I like did a presentation for a few weeks ago. So, Animal Crossing progress is being made. Again, it's very slow. That's kind of the nature of the game. I demolished the bridge behind my house and set it up in a better spot. I actually found a good path to put throughout my town and started laying that down so I can actually start running through it, which is just like so much better than before. Like I had to walk through the entire town and it was just maddening. So I'm much happier playing now. So doing that, I also got Shampoodle and I renovated the museum. So next up, I have to get the Dream Suite, which for any of you people who actually play the game, I'll try to get my Dream Suite code linked in the description below once I have it. That way you can kind of see my town and see the progress. And after that, I'm just gonna start trying to do more public works projects, fully expand my house, and at some point I'm gonna furnish it, but right now I don't have enough furniture in my catalog to do so. So that's kind of the update on that. So next up is talking about the grant that I mentioned a few weeks ago and whatever happened with that. So some backstory for anyone who didn't watch the previous plan with me, and just kind of more backstory in general. My video game company is named 56 Studios. That's the first company I started almost a year ago. And we are currently in an incubator program, and the incubator program is actually working with the government and has like a grant available to it. It's a matching grant, so basically what that means is they'll give us the total was $30,000 if we could show that we had $30,000. And since we were going through the incubator program, we found out in early April that we got the 30,000, which is exciting. But there was kind of a second stream to that where if we had applied to the grant through my university could potentially do the matching for us and give us an extra 30,000. So we could double our money. And so But the thing is, if I had gone through the university, I would have to do a second presentation and then a whole bunch of like it's adding an extra layer on top of the grant, which we knew we had already received. So I did the application back in April. No, or it was early May. I did the application early May. It took me like a week to do, but I spent so much time because I really wanted to double our money. And I did not find out the result of it until the end of May. I think it was, I forget which day it was. It was the Friday before the first week in June. So, like the 27th or 28th or something. And I found out that we successfully made it to the second part of the application process, and I had to do a presentation on June 1st, which was actually the day I was originally going to open my sticker shop. And this presentation was supposed to be 10 to 15 minutes, and the previous one I did was 4 minutes, so more than double the time. And like I knew kind of almost immediately that I couldn't do well in this presentation and open up the sticker shop at the same time. At least not with like not releasing everything that I wanted to in the shop. So I delayed the shop opening, went heads down on this presentation, eat, slept, breathed it for like 5 or 6 days. And actually, by the time that I had mentioned it in the previous plan with me, I knew the result, but I wasn't allowed to say it. Which, if you can guess what that means we got it. We successfully doubled our money, and I'm so glad that all that work and delaying the shop opening like really like it was meaningful. I didn't just delay it for nothing. And I was told after the fact that my presentation was very good, and I was actually one of the top presenters out of all the applicants that were hearing that day. So I'm so excited and so happy because this money means a lot for our company. Like previously we were fully self-funded, and now it just feels so much more secure in us getting to our video game release date. So that's the update on that. So now I started going to the day by day a second ago. As you can see, stuff happened. So, like I mentioned earlier, we were getting a fence built in our backyard this week. We actually only had a fence on one side of our backyard. The other side was actually we're right beside like a city path, and it was just a chain link fence before the previous owners had not built the fence on that side. So we decided to build the fence, and we have a barbecue in a few weeks. So we were super excited to get that started and ready for when we have like 30 people over for that barbecue. But as you can see, the fence posts are supposed to be dug into the ground on Monday, but it didn't actually end up happening because the company that my boyfriend hired to do so, they couldn't get their equipment into our backyard. And that was really disappointing when it happened. Like we want this fence done for like the barbecue at the end of the month, and now it took like weeks to get them to come in to do the fence post, and now we knew we probably couldn't get another company in before the start of August. So that was pretty disappointing, but luckily my boyfriend was able to find another company who was able to come in on Thursday this week. And if you were paying attention to what I said earlier, that is our anniversary. And we were planning on going to the beach, but that pretty much canceled those plans. I fully agreed that booking them to come in on Thursday was the best decision. We actually already had the lumber, so like our driveway is like full of crap right now, and we can't use half of it, and it was the right decision. It sucked. I was kind of really disappointed at the time, but life happens. So, but then here's the thing. If you guys can hear like drilling in the background, that's because they're actually here today, and I'm filming this voiceover on Wednesday. They actually had like some cancellation or something, and they could come in today instead of tomorrow. So we kind of have debated if we want to go to the beach again, but I kind of already like scheduled something for 5-6 on Thursday, and the weather doesn't look like it's going to be that great tomorrow. So we're sticking with our alternate. Oh, excuse me. We're sticking with our alternate plans, which is just to see Spider-Man: Homecoming and go out to dinner. And yeah, that's what happened. Anyway, now I'm going into the second half of the week. The first half is kind of self-explanatory from what you can see. I'm about to write down it's our anniversary, and I'm going to put a day off sticker at the top, but I moved that after I filmed this video because I'm not taking that day off anymore. Um, but yeah, question: Are you any of you guys watching Big Brother 19 right now? Oh my god, I absolutely love Cody. Like the edit that they're giving him in the show is so good. Like, okay, when I originally saw him, I thought he looked like the one actor who played Brutus in Rome, or Black Jack Rendell in Outlander, if you guys know who I'm referring to. And because he kind of had like the face lines, if that makes any sense. So I kept calling him Brutus, and then he turned on Paul like that, and I'm like, oh my god, that's totally a Brutus thing to do. And now like it's backfired on him in almost the exact same way. So now I just keep calling him Brutus. But yeah, I love Cody's edit because it's just so hilarious, like the death stares that he gives. Anyway, um, this Friday, which I'm about to get to, is actually Ribbon Beer Fest Day. My boyfriend and I decided to take Friday off instead, and we're gonna go early to Ribbon Beer Fest, like right when it opens at noon, which is so exciting. Um, we've been going to Ribbon Beer Fest every year since we started going together, and actually, when the first year we went to Ribbon Beer Fest, that was actually the first time I met his friends, and those friends that I met are actually getting married next weekend. So it's actually kind of funny to think about that way. But this year for Ribbon Beer Fest, it's actually a little interesting because we're on the keto diet. If any of you have heard of that before, it's basically a low carb, moderate protein, high fat diet, and so ribs and beer, that's all carbs. Well, the barbecue sauce on the ribs is the meat itself is fine, but beer is entirely carby. And we were debating whether or not we actually want to do it this year. I'm like, dude, we do it every year. We have to go to Ribbon Beer Fest. So we're gonna have carbs, and it's gonna be delicious. Yeah, and that's why I always write like broth and protein and vitamins on the side, because one of the things in our diet is that we need a high concentration of salts and sodium. So I usually get like a bouillon cube and I make a broth out of it and I drink that. And then protein is to hit like my protein goal of the day, since I said it's moderate protein. But yeah, I can go more into detail into that if any of you are interested. But yeah, so that's Ribbon Beer Fest. Friday is also the mid-month releases for the shop. I'm planning on having one weekly kit and then a whole bunch of icon stickers, like individual sheets. Like right now I have kind of like an assorted set in the shop, but I want to make like one sheet entirely of like cars, for instance, but with different colors and stuff. So hope you guys are excited for that. Next up on Saturday, there's not that much actually happening that day, so that's when I'm going to film my next plan with me. And then Sunday, like I said, it's my boyfriend's birthday. And then we are also going to a barbecue. So, and the barbecue is actually hosted by his boss. So that's super exciting. And you're going to see in a few seconds, I'm going to write Barbecue Series Part 3. This month is the month of barbecues. We have actually hosted 2 barbecues already. One's with my parents and then one's with one of my coworkers. And this is the third one that we're going to, not hosted by ourselves, but then there's a part 4, like I said, at the end of the month when we are hosting like 30 people. So it's kind of funny. Yeah. Oh, Game of Thrones on Sunday. Super excited. Who else is? Like seriously, like that's why I put the Happy Munchkin on there, because it's the show is so good. Like I know some people might be completely tired about hearing about it, but I love the show. It's sweet. Yeah, that's it for this week. That's it completely filled in. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like it if you did. Subscribe to my channel for more videos. And oh, this is actually what's left of the kit. Forgot I showed that. But yeah, please subscribe to the channel, and I'll hopefully see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.